Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got a special little thing here, as you probably saw in the title, because of course I have to title things, because if I don't, then Facebook just makes them disappear. So I have to put something catchy in there, like my daughter's in a bikini, or my son blew up, stuff like that, and that always gets people's attention. Well, if you guys have been following the channel, you know my daughter will not be in a bikini anytime soon, and I won't let my son blow himself up. So what we're doing today is some shop work. Part of homeschooling is we started doing shop stuff. Now, as you saw in previous videos, my son made a knife. This was last year and finished up at the beginning of this year. Well, both of the kids wanted to get involved in using the lathe that I picked up that I mentioned in my review for the ShopFox lathe tools. Well, Benny's over on the other side getting his stuff together for the lathe because he's using a piece of wood that we already had and he's been turning it. Ella and I, though, we have a new project in hand. And we're going to try something different. So I went to the dollar store and Lowe's and such, and we picked up some supplies. So let me show you what we got here. Okay, well, Ella wanted to get kind of crazy with something. So what we ended up doing is what?
We got red and pink streamers.
Red and pink streamers.
Some star confetti.
Okay.
And then this is what my bowl's going to be in. It's I don't know, what size?
Did it say on the back of it? Is it like a 2-quart or something? It's probably more than 2 quarts. It probably said it on the sticker. And then I got the mixing cup for our epoxy, our West Systems epoxy. And then this container is going to be for mine because I picked up 360 colored pencils. Yes, there's 36 of those little 10 packs in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take the colored pencils and I'm going to put all the colored pencils in this container right here and stand them up, and I'm going to fill that container with epoxy then and let it set. Ella is going to go ahead and cut up all the the crepe streamers here and mix that with some of the silver stars, and she's going to mix it in this with the West Systems and let that set, and she's going to make a fancy looking bowl, and we're going to try our hand at turning those just to be kind of creative.
You're going to need a lot of epoxy.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of epoxy. I might burn through my West Systems. We'll see how that works, but we'll get more, right? So, now, the little man is over here. Now, Ben's got this. This is mahogany, and he was slowly working at it a little while back, and as you guys know, we've been on vacations and traveling a little bit, so he hasn't had a chance to start it anymore, but what are you planning on making with that, Benny?
I'm going to plan to make a cup.
A cup, huh? Okay. So you're pretty much done with the outside of it, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, because you can't make it too thin because we have to drill out the inside, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you think the next step is?
Well, I have, when you want to put this on, because it spins, you have to push this down and you attach it.
Yeah, it locks it in place. Okay. But what do we have to do? Yeah, that spring gets in there. But what's your step on this? What do you have to, because this is on here now, right? You got this locked on. It's ready to turn, right?
Good question. Because this, it could come off. Is there any way to...
It's not going to come off because it spins this way. So it self-tightens. Aha. So what ends up happening is, okay, so now you've got the shape that you want, right? Mm-hmm. But you can feel it's got a little bit of a bump in it here and there.
Yes.
So you could probably do that with either sandpaper or you use the lathe tool. And then what you can do is we can smooth that down a little bit with the lathe tool, or if you think you might be able to do it better with sandpaper, we'll get you some 60 grit or even one of the belts, like a 60 grit belt, and you can put the belt on there. Oh, what you doing stealing my camera? So, you want to hold that for a second? Yeah. Okay. So what I would say do is maybe get one of my belts, and we can just, like you can just put the belt on there, and then you can run that. And actually I have some 120 grit. The strips, the little strips, that'd be perfect for it because when this spins, you can put the sandpaper down on it like this and it'll spin and you can slowly start to polish that off, which means you won't need the tool. You won't need the tool rest for this one. So you can move your tool rest out of the way, so then this way you can sand all that down. Then we'll have to, you'll have to use your tool to take this edge off right here. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to take that all off, and then after that we'll have to put the drill chuck on and put a bit on here, so this way when this spins we can actually drill the hole in that. Yeah. Alright, well we're going to get him some sandpaper and then I'm going to get Ella and I some epoxies and we're going to get busy. Alrighty. Oh, and of course we got our safety supervisor with us. the safety supervisors here. It's like acupuncture in a way. We'll see if we put another box in there too, the pencils would be more up and down. But if we twist it, the pencils have a curve to them. See? I think we do that. So how many boxes do we use so far? 23 boxes. So that's 230 pencils. Yours is going to be a little bit more challenging than mine. Mine, I just have to pour epoxy in it. You, though, you're going to have to, yeah, you get all the stars are settling to the bottom. So what you're going to have to do is we're going to have to mix it and then maybe get a painter's stick and stir it up a little bit and get all the stars and everything. So we'll have to go upstairs to the shop attic and get some painter sticks, and then we'll start mixing some epoxy and we'll get cracking. Okay, there we go. We got it.
And it smells so bad.
It smells bad. Let's take it outside. We'll set it outside. It smells bad. We had the windows open and such, but it still stinks. So, put it over here. No, don't put it in the rain. Put it off, like on top of the John Deere over here. There you go. Look at that. And that's going to get warm too, maybe. But that's cool. We'll see. We got about 4 inches. So we'll see. That was a tough one. That was actually 36 pumps. I did 16, then 10, and another 10. So that was 36 pumps of West Systems to do that. So that's 36 knives. Yeah. Now we got to do the pencils. Oh, and by the way, the pencils, it was 250 pencils in that container. We found 2 of the other boxes. And let's see what the little man is doing over here. Oh, pretty. Look at that.
This one's actually
That's looking nice. What ended up happening is the chuck that holds the wood, it wasn't that tight and it shifted slightly, and then he was gouging out a little bit and he caught the wood with one of the lathe tools and it popped it, and he couldn't straighten it out anymore. So he's making a candle holder or something instead. Hey, it's practice. That's good. Learn by your mistakes. It's a really good piece of mahogany too, so I hated just to throw it to the side. So, but hey, it's an education, right? You can't put a price on education, I guess. What we had to do is, the pencils were getting so buoyant, we would push one side of the pencils down and the other sides would go up because the epoxy would move around. So using the plywood, applied even pressure across all of them, but when I started to do that, the epoxy started coming up really high on the edge, so I wanted to put wax paper down in case it spilled over. And then of course this 4x6 here, that had some weight, but now they're all touching the bottom of the bucket. Well, now we just got to wait a day and let this all set up and cure. I'm sure within 24 hours it'll be ready to rock and roll. So I guess we'll come back to you in a part 2 on this and we'll see what this all looks like. So thanks for stopping over. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Remember, share it. Stop back again. Catch out part 2. Till then, we'll catch you later. Bye.